I'm over this game crashing shit. If VODs have to be 10 minutes, they'll be 10 minutes. I'm fucking sick of worrying about that aspect. If my playthrough on YouTube has to be 50 parts, with some parts being 10 minutes, so be it. Fucking over it. Murder of Elysius Dawson, terrible news for London. The death of Elysius Dawson, head of the Dawson Empire, occurred last night at around 4 a.m. One of his Manor's chambermaids found him in his bed this morning, bathed in his own blood. She immediately reported the incident to the police. A number of Mr. Dawson's household staff are currently being interviewed, but a clear culprit has yet to be identified. Born in the city, Mr. Dawson had been a benevolent patron of London and a faithful member of the Catholic Church for many years. He wore many hats: tradesman, employer, father, and brother. The lucky few who knew him personally, myself included, knew that he was much more. He was a man of vision. He saw a glistening future for our crime-ridden capital. He saw the ways through which our families and friends could be protected from the dangers outside. He saw how he, himself, as a man of wealth and influence, could use his fortune to the benefit of the people. Mr. Dawson had planned to turn the city into a fortress where the virtuous could live in peace. Sadly, this idea attracted the jealousy of others, and they did not let him live long enough to enjoy the fruit of his dedication. Mr. Dawson leaves a daughter and many admirers to mourn his loss. S.L.A. Lighters, some you love and are scared of German Shepherds. They are ruthless and somehow cute. Oh, yeah, that'd be quite the conundrum to have to be faced with. Thanks for the welcome back, Lighters. Hey there, Absolution. I was afraid that I was going to hulk out there for a second. Now I'm at the point now where I'm just quietly angry. Lighters, Udna, we're back. Absolutely. This can't be a coincidence though, because yesterday, before 2 hours would go up on a stream, the game would crash with Doom 3. And so this is happening now with this, so it looks like I can stream for 2 hours before the game crashes. Absolution, I appreciate your tolerance. Seriously, I'm at the point where this might be my last year as a streamer because I'm sick of this shit. Latest, there was no message on the PS5 for the crash. The only thing was reporting it to Sony, which for me, for my, it's not going to do anything. They won't give a shit. But it doesn't actually tell you why the game crashed, though, unfortunately. I really wish the game would take this fucking thing off the right side of the screen. I fucking know already that there's a fucking bloody major event and a fucking merchant change. You don't need to keep fucking telling me and keep it on the fucking screen 5 hours after it's fucking been done. Alright, so we've reached Mesmerize level 5, and there's no characters that are in the citizen menu that go beyond 5. So I'm going to make this the time in the playthrough where I start to actually embrace characters. Zereth, game crash, try leeches. Lidus, you will check something. No worries, Lidus. Absolution, bruh, shit happens. The mishaps is what are the true testaments. Yeah, the only problem is, from the perspective of my content and how long each stream goes for, it also affects how long each part of the playthrough is when people are watching it on YouTube as well. And if there's like a 10-minute part, then a 2-hour part, then a 7-hour part, then a 5-minute part, like, yeah, I could edit them all together into a single thing, but then that would add more time on top of things, because it's not just it's downloading the VODs, then it's editing the VODs together, then it's rendering the VODs, then it's uploading the VODs, and all that will take like 8 hours or so every day to do that. And so, well, I could take a 10-minute part and put it to a 2-hour stream. It just means that the rate at which I can put the content out is going to suffer and be lesser, and all that kind of stuff as well. But the flip side is when people are watching a playthrough live, like, not everyone has the patience to be like, oh, okay, something must have happened. I'll just wait till the streamer comes back and I'll refresh the page. Some people, it's like, no, stream's ended, I'm going, which is fair enough, understandable. You know, I'm not angry at the people who do that. I'm just saying that these are the results that can happen if your game just crashes and the stream just crashes as well. People are like, oh, the stream must have ended then. Okay, until next time. But yeah, I always do a proper outro. I never just end the stream without saying anything. So that's sort of like that's kind of like a tell. If I do my outro, if I do my shout outs, if I do a raid, then you know that the stream's ending. But if it just abruptly ends and I don't say anything, it's just because there's some error that's happened and all that kind of stuff. Gladys, you love road raging so badass, it's so Australian. And the shoes is not funny, but being on the sidelines, it kind of is. Coffee, I guess not every game is meant to relieve stress and help you decompress. No, that's it. Hey Keone, welcome. Zereth falling asleep, try leeches. That might help. Yeah, Absolution, it can be frustrating, all those sort of factors as well. Keone, you never rage quit to where you end the stream. Not to the point of just ending the stream without saying anything, but I will just say, this is the end of the stream now. I'm sick of this game. I'll come back to it next time. Exactly, Absolution. Then you're representing quality. Exactly, because there's a formal aspect to my stream. Like I mean, there's been some streams where I haven't been in the mood to do an intro, but usually I do an intro, and then at the end of the stream I do an outro and shout outs, and if I feel like raiding, then I'll raid someone, always keep it sort of like that. Thank you, Zereth, for leaving the lurk. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, Absolution, exactly, But no, I think there must be something wrong with the console. I don't think it's too coincidental that it happens with all these games, and only when I'm streaming as well. That's the other thing. So there's something going on with the PlayStation. But I don't know which games it will affect. So any number of games that I intend to stream on the PlayStation could potentially be affected by just random game crashing, which randomly ends the stream. Which means there's PlayStation exclusive games I wouldn't be able to stream without that happening, because it just creates a situation where it's just annoying. Because it doesn't happen on the Xbox. Like when a game crashes on the Xbox though, the key difference is that the stream keeps going. It goes to an idle screen, and then I start the game up again, and then the game comes back on the stream. But with Sony, no. They don't care about that. They're essentially saying, fuck you, streamer. Yeah, Lotus, it is. Yeah, I've made sure that it's got a lot of room around it, and gets good airflow and everything like that too, as well. But yeah, I might have to reset the whole system, which might mean I lose all the games I have installed on the hard drive, but I don't know. Either that or just stop being a streamer. That'll fix the problem. I'm only slightly serious. I need to first see if I can get into the hospital. Not the hospital, sorry, the... Is it Reed's Mansion? No, the theatre, that's where it was. Oh, thanks, Lighters. Yeah, definitely send that through. I see the whispers come through now. Thank you very much, dude. Absolution. Hey, yo, don't get that shit in your head, man. I mean, I've still got the Xbox I could stream from. It would just mean that I'm limited by what games then. Like, I wouldn't be able to do Detroit Become Human or the Uncharted games or the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation or Days Gone, you know, some of the games that I wouldn't mind doing playthroughs of. I mean, sure, I could do a playthrough off stream for those exclusives and never stream them ever again, but I'd like to stream them. But if the stream's going to end every 5 minutes, it's not going to be conducive. You're mine. I hate when games take your friggin' marker off the compass or the mini-map. It really fucking annoys me. There's a reason I want the fucking waypoint on the map game. Not just fucking shits and giggles. Keone, I like how your streams are very organized. Oh, well, thank you, Keone. That's good. Yeah, I do like to try and have like a formalized and structured approach to stuff, while also having like just a random thing too. It's like a problem-solving thing. It's like I've got a game that I finished on a certain day, but I don't want to start another game on the same day that I might want to actually do a decent stream for, as the first, part at least. So I might think of a game that I can stream on the same day that, I know I can start that day and finish it as well. So there's a little bit of leeway, but then it's also timing, like, I don't want to default to just the same game, but a different playthrough when I need to fit in something to the schedule if I want to. For example, the Dark Pictures playthroughs I do, I always like to double check how long it's been since I did a playthrough of one of the games before deciding if I actually want to do another playthrough as well. So if there's at least been a month or two since the last stream of it, then I'll maybe do it, but obviously have a different approach as well. But I don't want to default to the same game all the time. It's like Outlast as well. Sometimes I've used Outlast because I know that I can finish that in one stream. So I've used that sometimes as a placeholder game or a filler game, but I don't want to just play that one all the time either. Linus, your son pressed enter before you're able to complete your sentence. That's alright, Linus. Absolution. Still be careful. Oh, yeah. Linus, stop fucking annoying Rod, stupid game. Okay, tell the game off. Hopefully behave. That'd be good if that worked.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
I'm so sorry.
You London vampires are so weak!
Lieutenant Dan, Hispanic gang activity where you live has skyrocketed. You don't feel safe walking to the corner store at night anymore. You've been followed home twice in the last week. That would be really scary, Lieutenant Dan, to have to experience that. Like, I can definitely understand why you'd be, not feeling safe and stuff. Absolution, same. With, is it God of War 3? Or Gears of War 3?
Please, sir. Stupid beast!
Whereas now she mentioned the flu, do vampires get the flu? No, yeah, they definitely don't. They don't get that, but I think this game sort of like says that, at least in this fictional version of reality, that the skulls have some relation to why there's like an epidemic going on. Alright, so I can't get back to the theatre yet. So when can I get back to the theatre? Because I want to start embracing all the citizens.
He's mine! I'll take it! See them fancy clothes? This one's the top! Bloody monster! Traitor! I'd head back if I were you, sir. There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Be strong, brothers!
Elizabeth, I'm so happy to see you. I was so concerned.
It is also good to see you in these darkened hours. Is all well, my dear?
Indeed, we stand upon the precipice. Has the news reached you of Edgar Swansea?
No. I returned home but moments ago. What of him?
Your friend, the well-informed old Bridget, tells me the Guard of Priwen has assaulted Pembroke. I fear Edgar tops their bloody list.
Bridget? She is such a tragic figure. And yet, I sense deep inside, she has a delicate, fragile soul.
What are you hiding? You went to the sewers. Did you speak with Harriet Jones?
Indeed, Jonathan. I seek the truth, just as you do.
I was concerned for your safety. McCullum draws too close to you for my comfort.
Fear not. I've evaded the hunters for many a year, and I intend to stay far from their gases, flames, and spikes. Now, speak to me of Dawson.
Aloysius Dawson is no more. I took care of him.
I imagine the Lord Redgrave with spitting teeth.
Ascalon has defrocked me and threatens to hound me from the city. This was, no doubt, inevitable.
You did what you thought was right at the time. One can ask no more. The important task now at hand is to help poor Edgar.
Now I am assured of your safety. That is precisely my intention.
Good. Now go, my dear, and return with good news with the greatest haste.
It is I, once again.
I'm all right, Jonathan. But find out what happened to dear Dr. Swansea. I fear for our friend.
I'd head back if I were you. Crush the leech, boys!
Kill you!
Lord, give us strength!
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already? Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for what he did.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're his progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Geoffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. Come on, close your eyes! This is gonna hurt.
I'll pin you down!
True light will cleanse you. The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. Your poisonous bite is useless on me.
Hey Crooked. Not so sure if the main character really wants to stop the epidemic. Not in this playthrough. He wants everyone to die. Hello there, Senny. How's things going?
Freewind prevails! Close your eyes! This is gonna hurt. Show some style. Fight like a man. The blood of a true defender of this land will... doesn't it? True light will cleanse you. Your poisonous... Come on, Reed. Try something else. We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I am a monster that deserves no mercy. But that's not all I am.
You're nothing but a corpse animated by evil, Doctor. Don't try and fool yourself.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
That's where you're mistaken.
What do you mean?
One of the requirements for the playthrough that I'm wanting the outcome to be a specific thing for is to turn McCullum into a vampire.
I'll make you a vampire. I'll make you one of us.
No! Kill me!
Prepare yourself, Hunter. You're about to be hunted, just like me.
No! No!
When I kissed my partner goodbye, I had no idea what I was doing. But now I do. Consider this my kiss of Judas. Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
Crooked, you're going good, thanks. You're getting started with the workday here. How's Vampyr going today? I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, dude. That's really good. Vampyr, the gameplay is going well, but the game has crashed several times. This is actually the third stream session that I've done today. The first one was 12 minutes, then the next one was almost 2 hours, and now I've been streaming for almost 40 minutes. It's kind of funny that an Irishman calls himself a true defender of the land around London. Yeah, that's quite ironic, isn't it? Join the dark side. That's disgusting. It really was. In my first playthrough, I actually spared him. So I've never actually seen that before when you turn him into a vampire. But there was definitely like a turning to the dark side moment, except in McCullum's case, it was against his will. Frigate, that really sucks. Did that happen a lot before with the crashes, or is today especially bad? It's been especially bad today, but when I was doing Doom 3, I had 2 crashes as well. But in the case of those streams, it was before each stream reached the 2-hour mark. So once I'm done with this stream properly, when I'm done with this stream properly, there's a video that Lighter's shared that I'll have a look at, and hopefully the video will have some answers to help me get to the bottom of the problem. Olivier Deriviere, I always mess up his last name, sorry, does great music. I'm looking forward to playing A Plague Tale again, partly because I really like those games a lot, but also because Olivier does the music for those games too.
I feel sick. Get over here now.
Leech spotted! Watch out! What are they? The power of the Lord commands you!
Kneel, traitor! This one's mine!
Away with you!
Where have you gone, Elizabeth? I have a bad feeling about this.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Die, vermin! Steady, boys, we've got one of them!
So Priwen never left Doris's theater after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
He's mine! I'll take it! Oh, Christ! He's dead! Not a good place for... Over there! There's one of them birds! This one's mine!
McCullum's report, 11/6/18. I just finished reading Doris Fletcher's journal. As painful as dreadful as it was, my God, the woman planned to see everyone in London afflicted by infecting all who would come to her next play. It helped me understand greatly what is going on. Doris Fletcher's real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of some Harriet Jones who has been treated as a patient for a long time at the Pembroke Hospital. She clearly hated her mother, but used her fame and notoriety to see her while visiting the poor and sick in the East End. I don't know exactly what happened then, but this is how her mother infected her before returning to the theatre, and how she turned into that monstrosity that the leech known as Jonathan Reed finally defeated. The presence of that vampire in the same hospital where Harriet Jones was treated can't be a coincidence. I am convinced he is deeply involved with the vampire plague going on in London right now. I am also convinced Swansea is his accomplice, and that those two are planning something more terrifying than anything the Guard has ever faced. Maybe I should take some time to read the old books and manuscripts the Guard still possess to get some answers. It may prove useful. In the meantime, I better send some patrols to investigate about what is occurring at the Pembroke Hospital. Hey there, Sean. How's things going? 11/8/18. It took me 2 days to pass through the dusty registers and books we keep in the vault. God, I hate losing time like this. The search did prove fruitful, for once. I found 2 pages that could be related to our present situation in a copy of William Marshall's memoirs. I took them with me to read more carefully. This creature Marshall says he fought in 1666. This disaster that aimed to destroy London, it is very similar to what happened with Doris Fletcher. Disease, infection, hate of the living, a desire to see the city ransacked. I have no doubt now that the bloody old leech of William Marshall is behind all this, and that he is back. This could be our greatest accomplishment. If the Guard could at least find and destroy that old bastard, I believe what Marshall did in 1666 is exactly what Reed is now trying to do. Did the creature, this disaster, escape their will? Is it why Marshall destroyed him in 1666, and Reed did the same with Doris Fletcher before she became such a creature? I don't know, but those two are clearly working together, and Swansea is helping them. I will immediately give orders to have him arrested and interrogated. As for Reed, I'll destroy that evil beast myself, and then we'll deal with William Marshall, and this disaster thing. Prewin will prevail once more. Oh, nice, Sean. You finished a Roblox horror game called The Mimic. It's pretty good, you just died a lot of times. Well, that's good that you still kept going as well, because it can be frustrating, dying multiple times over and over as well. But that's cool, GG's on finishing it.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
You're now waiting for the next chapter of it. Oh, that's fair too as well. I mean, hopefully it won't be like a really long wait.
It's locked.
killing.
I cannot enter.
Sean, there's two chapters, which is control and jealousy, but you already finished both of it. When you kept dying, you became immune to being scared. Oh, that's definitely understandable too, as well, because then it stops being about the atmosphere, maybe, that the game is making that makes you frightened, and then it just becomes about the actual gameplay of getting something done, and all that kind of stuff. So that's understandable as well. The Vampire Knight. William Marshall. Forget the legend about the man. The one most of you never heard of, you lazy bastards. Forget the empty tomb in Temple Church. Forget the death of those among us who died trying to locate him. We, the Guard, know that he is still hiding somewhere. That's the only fact we must keep in mind. Another small detail we need to keep in mind. This little fucker is clever. How many times have we thought we had cornered him, to finally only find old dust and cobwebs? Marshall has been a vampire for 1,000 years. We're no match until we change our plans concerning his hunt. So here are a few questions for you, lazy bastards, and I want all of them answered before speaking of another great hunt to pin the leech down. Who helped him escape his den under Temple Church? We know now for a fact that a private contractor was paid to move a large coffin from the church a few years before we investigated the tomb. What exactly did the traders of the Brotherhood of St. Paul discuss with Marshall when they met in 1785 in London? The report of this meeting has been burnt, but witnesses remain of a request made by Marshall to access a specific book in their library. Why does the monstrosity known as Lady Blackwood seem linked to Marshall? They exchanged letters. She went in London to meet him in 1786. According to the Brotherhood spies, she tried to discreetly buy his castle in Wales in 1793 before fleeing when spotted by our fearless mentor, Kendall Stone. See the pattern here? What happened during these few years? Why such agitation and activity? Answer these questions, my brothers, and you will find the path to our most eminent foe, William Marshall, oldest vampire of England, to survive our righteous wrath. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch, Pre-Win Leader. William Marshall's Memoirs. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul Store finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet inside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol, to choose the place where I defeated this disaster, but also the place where I fell. I agreed to their proposition. There, in the sacred silence of the church and under the eye of God, they respectfully listened to me. They acknowledged my victory against this evil creature, the Das Astro, the Eater of Stars, who only wished to spread death and pestilence all around her. Since they acknowledged my will to save London in 1666, they heard my request, my burning desire to stop the blood of hate. Their primate promised to come back to me with an answer. The primate of St. Paul wrote back to me with just a name, the Tear of Angels. According to him, this ancient artifact could heal anything, cleanse any blackened soul, and purify my blood. Blessed be the Lord, it took me more than 100 years to find a cure for the blood of hate, but I may finally have found it. Soon the rage shall end. Soon I may repair the wrong I did and cleanse my failures. Now all I need to do is retrieve the necessary ingredients to create the artifact. Blood of the purest heart mixed with the blood of a king. To find such rare ingredients is not what worries me the most, for time is on my side. It's the last part that worries me. Pure essence of garlic. I'm afraid it will literally hurt like hell when I drink the antidote. But if that's the price to pay to cleanse my soul and correct my mistakes, I am ready to endure this excruciating pain. I feel the usage of the words literally hurt like hell is a bit anachronistic to 1918. That seems something more, modern than the than that time period.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind.
Pin note, evidence safe. Until further notice, this safe will be used to store sensitive evidences. It must always be locked. If you need to access it, just find me on the last floor to get the key, and bloody remember to bring it back to me when you're done. Rodney.
I should find the key to that box.
I wrote that letter, it seems.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding. An accurate diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Geoffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure that was the wisest course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
Sorry to do this, but I need to check something. And it may already be too late. It'll be too late. You watch. Oh, it isn't. Oh, good. Alright. There was a choice that I needed to make with Edgar that will actually cause all the people in the Pembroke to just die without me actually embracing them. So for this playthrough to actually be what I said I wanted it to be, I need to make sure that they don't die that way, and that it's actually Jonathan who embraces all of them as well. So hopefully I can exit the theater. Oh, good. No worries, Absolution. I'll be ending this stream soon anyway, because I've almost run out of streaming time before going on my break. Well, at least this stream session will be an hour's worth, not, 20 minutes. But yeah.
Return at a more convenient time.
Time to go back to Pembroke. I'm just glad that the autosave didn't save over the point before we actually went into the theater.
I'd head back if I cross the leech, boys! Back to life movement! Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Alright, so it's embracing time.
I've never seen so many people dying at the same time.
You've never seen so many people dying at the same time? Well, it won't literally be at the same time, but it's going to be in quick succession.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Alright, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that before I actually embrace a citizen, that I have a look to see what the effects will be. So, for example, if I embrace Oswald, then his lover Newton will actually become a beast, which means he doesn't get embraced. So I need to actually embrace Newton instead, because apparently if you embrace Newton before Oswald, Oswald still stays a citizen that you can actually embrace.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
Now, there's certain characters that in my first playthrough I embraced because they were either assholes or they had done something that was really, really annoying and frustrating. But there's definitely characters that normally, outside of this particular playthrough where I've committed to a certain ending, it means that I want to embrace all the characters, regardless of whether or not I feel like they actually deserve it. And so Newton is a character and Oswald is a character that I don't feel deserves being embraced, but for this playthrough, it needs to be done.
Oswald, I'm sorry to leave you alone. Avenge me, my love.
Yeah, Absolution Dam. Alright. So that's one of the Pembroke citizens dealt with. That wasn't a pillar. We've dealt with the pillar character. It's so funny because it sounds like the voices are going, Rum Lord, Rum Lord, Rum Lord, is what it sounds like they're saying.
Good evening.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Alright, so we embraced Newton Blight.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
I want to get the reactions from the characters as well, who are linked to each other when I deal with one. So instead of actually embracing Oswald straight away, I want to actually make it the next night.
They know we are overwhelmed by this horrifying epidemic.
But I've run out of time to dedicate to this first part of my stream day, so what I'll do is evolve, but without actually using XP yet. I can do that later. But I want to at least get the reaction from Oswald and then embrace him before ending the stream. So Newton Blight has been embraced. Newton Blight, 31 years old, male. During the war, Mr. Blight was trapped in a collapsed trench and spent hours underground with the sole company of rats, before being rescued by Oswald Thatcher. Both soldiers were later trapped again in a tunnel that caved in. While Mr. Thatcher developed a terror of enclosed spaces, Mr. Blight managed to keep his own fear of rats, musophobia, under control. Freed after a long week of captivity, they relied on each other to make it through the war, and eventually became lovers. After the war, despite the authenticity of his feelings toward Oswald Thatcher, Newton could never admit to them publicly. This fear of consequences caused the two men to endlessly argue. It's only as I took his life that Newton Blight realized and regretted the missed opportunity of proclaiming his love for Oswald, the only man who truly knew him. You got 2,100 XP from this soul. So there's heaps of characters in this game that in my first playthrough I didn't embrace because I didn't feel they deserved it. But in this playthrough I have to embrace all citizens regardless of how I personally feel. So there's heaps of characters that normally I would actually save, but I won't be. And Newton and Oswald are two of them. There's also a lot of other characters that I wouldn't normally embrace. So for this playthrough it's probably just going to be a one-off kind of thing where I do this, because I do have future playthroughs planned where I want to get the good endings, and I can also combine getting a good ending with everyone, all the citizens are healthy and survive the whole game. But not this playthrough though. Absolution, fair. Yeah, it's one of those things too where it's like I'm willing to put aside my personal feelings about certain aspects of a video game's narrative when it's a game like this where you can actually, decide the fate of characters. Where if there's characters that I feel don't deserve what the game can potentially let you do, which will also affect like an ending, then I don't make a habit of it. Like, it's only just every so often, or if I'm doing something specific as well.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
What's the point? Now that Newton's dead, I'll never be healed.
This place is dangerous. You can't stay here forever.
Newton died because of me. Somehow, he got killed on our way to your fucking hospital. I should never have agreed to go there in the first place.
I've already asked these questions of him, but I'll just ask them again because for some reason the game's treating it like I haven't. Because the icon, the text is blue when you haven't asked it yet, but it's grayed out when you already have.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. Oh, the terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
He's gone. That's all there is to it.
Ah, now I know why. There are options to ask.
Are you concerned about the conditions here in London?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
We fought for England, but England won't fight for us.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. This life was unbearable. Thank you, you beast, for you set me free at last.
I do know of an Absolution, yeah. I haven't played the games though, the Lord of the Rings ones related to it. Alright, so once we make it the next night and I read the information I really need to end the stream. Hey Anasune, how's things? Oswald Thatcher, 33 years old, male, a traumatized veteran suffering from a strong fear of enclosed spaces, claustrophobia. Following the collapsing of a trench, he was trapped in a tunnel for a week with another soldier, Newton Blight. Mr. Thatcher had previously saved Newton from a similar situation and was already the focus of his affection. This terrible event forged their mutual love for good, even though Oswald, in his delirium, briefly thought about killing and eating Mr. Blight to survive. Both men emerged physically unscathed but consumed by phobias. They supported each other through the war and returned as lovers, although Mr. Blight couldn't muster the courage to accept their relationship. Refusing to seek medical help, Mr. Thatcher fled to the sewers near the Pembroke Hospital after an agreement with Mr. Blight. This is where I found him, trapped and surrounded by hostile skulls. His last thought were for his lover and carried the serenity of a man who lived without pretense. You got 600 XP from this soul. Do I know of this Nemesis system and what it does to NPCs? Yeah, I vaguely do know what it does and all that kind of stuff. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back in, let me see, an hour and a half with more Vampyr. Would like to highly recommend people check out Absolution, who's doing games like The Hulk, Crocodiles, who's doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Revelations as part of a historical order run, doing multiple different games across different franchises based on what time period they actually take place in, and doing them in order of the years and stuff. And Lightus is a big streamer of retro games, especially the Mortal Kombat series. He's a big fan of Mortal Kombat, but also Street Fighter, Tekken, and Streets of Rage as well. So definitely recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. Understand that you're doing alright, just got some games ordered at least. You're thinking of trying to play them chronologically, but given that the series timeline is basically a Russian nesting doll, it'll probably be hard to do. Oh, that's definitely fair too as well. Definitely sounds complex and kind of tricky, to kind of orchestrate. It'd almost be like if you're trying to do a playthrough where when it changes to a certain month within a year, that you go, right, I'll do whatever this game has until it says that it's been a month, and then switch to the next game and back and forth as well. But that's definitely understandable. Thank you once again everyone for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll be back in an hour and a half to continue my Vampyr playthrough.